is going on, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? Welcome to another glorious, epic, awesome Road to 177 SP here on the D-Tube and the Steem blockchain. Let's get some news out of the way right now. We're gonna change things up. I was talking to Nathan this past week, and as you guys know, this endeavor, this initiative project, basically started as the Road to 100 SP, and that pushed people. It didn't get them too uncomfortable, but it pushed them a little bit. And then we went to 177 SP. The 77 is very near and dear to Nathan's heart, and that was kind of the brand that we were going with. But it's still, what's really cool about 177 SP is that we heard feedback from you guys that a lot of you have actually reached that already. So we're going to push you a little bit further. So going forward, we're going to know this project, this initiative, this question and answer session will be known as the Road to 300 SP. That's right, 300 SP. We want some skin in the game. You guys want some skin in the game. So welcome. And who knows, it might change. It might be 500 SP in a couple of months from now. It might be 700 SP in a couple of months from now. We want to continuously, push and grow, and that's why we're bumping it up now to the Road to 300 SP. So welcome once again to the question and answer session. Let's dive right in now. And this is basically the video that I'm recording from the questions that happened about a week ago. For the past 7 days we've had, and it was really good session, this last week's video and blog post, because I got a lot of great questions, and we're going to dive right in to them. So the first one from mcoin79: with someone with a decent amount of SP, what is the number one thing I should be doing to help people grow their account? And this was really awesome. Obviously, he got a huge upvote. He got an upvote from Magic Dice, which is cool. They got a really cool upvote for. I don't know how Magic Dice got them, but that was pretty cool. But this is cool because mcoins is, I'm pretty sure he has over 10,000. He might even have more. I'm not totally sure, but I know it's up there. So for someone who's just starting out, trying to get to 300 SP or 177 SP, it's one thing. But what about the person that has a decent amount of Steem power? Like, what should they be doing to help grow people's accounts? And I think it's votes. And what I said here is what I do personally. I have over 10,000 personal Steem power, also up to 8,000 delegated. But what I said here is not only do I reward with upvotes, and votes definitely encourage people to grow their accounts and be active on the blockchain, but I also send them SBI units, and it encourages them to be active. So anything you can do, I think, to encourage activity is huge. But the trend that I notice here, which was awesome, is what Full-Time Geek and Nathan Mars have been doing. They are now not only upvoting like the content that's out there, but they're starting to upvote the comments more. You see a lot of Full-Time Geeks bots out there upvoting comments. You see Nathan upvoting comments. You look at Magic Dice right here, upvoting comments. I mean, this is really powerful. So I would really recommend people that, and it kind of goes hand in hand. The smaller accounts and the sizable accounts, everybody upvoting activity will be a good thing. So I highly recommend people with sizable Steem power to get out there and vote the smaller accounts. I know what it was like when I first got started and I got that first $1 upvote from someone. It empowered me, man. It motivated me. So if you have the Steem power, get out there and vote people's comments, vote people's content, and you'll definitely empower them to grow on the blockchain. Great question, and I think that's why it got such a nice little upvote for Magic Dice. How do I get those Magic Dice upvotes? That'd be interesting. Steem Millionaire said, there's wonderful dApps that any minnow should try out. One of them is ActiveFit. I completely agree. And this is a double win. You get more active in real life, and you earn some good upvotes in your daily log. The next question is regarding SBD and the complexity of having two tokens built into the blockchain. Oh man, what a great question. What is your view on SBD? Personally, I spent good time looking at a deeper understanding of the topic, but I have no good explanation of the necessity of SBD. Isn't this unneeded complexity of the Steem mechanics? Absolutely. Now, I understand why SBD is there. It's supposed to be pegged to the USD, so one SBD will always get you $1 worth of Steem. Oh, man. Let me just say, this is a big problem for a lot of people when they join any type of blockchain community. Understanding it is a challenge in itself. It's not that easy for the newbie to come onto any kind of blockchain and learn things. There's a lot of technical terms, a lot of things that you might need help with. And Steem, when I first joined, the complexity wasn't necessarily, hey, go out there and create content. That was the easy part. The hard part for me was understanding the difference between Steem, Steem Power, SBD, powering up, delegation. I mean, there were so many complexities and unique parts of this blockchain. I understand why SBD is here. I would rather everything just be Steem and Steem Power, because Steem Power is Steem, right? It's just vested Steem. SBD is a little confusing to the newbie, and I get it. I understand why it's there, and there's a lot smarter people that will argue and say that it's a needed thing. But I'm talking about the use case, the absolute simplicity of this. The easier things are, the more people will adopt. So when you confuse them up front, it's going to confuse people, especially with the payouts, with how the payment and the cost of Steem is around 30 cents, 25 cents. It fluctuates. So sometimes you're getting SBD payouts, sometimes you're not. It's uber confusing. I don't know why it's there, but whatever. Again, like I said in the comment, I prefer Steem. My view on SBD is I understand why it's there, kinda, but I would just prefer everything to be Steem. It's a lot easier for us to use and understand. Anyways, great question. That's a debate that, will rage, I'm sure, forever. So Robert asked here, wow, so much good information in the video. I totally agree with you about rep. It's nice, focus on putting value, and the rep will follow, at least eventually. Yeah, and like I said there, it's a vanity metric. I talked about this in the last video. I get it. I mean, I'm level 69, but I literally got that, I think, just by showing up. I mean, it looks great, whatever, shooting for 70, yay, but it doesn't change whether I was 62 or if I'm 69 rep. It's not going to change my attitude towards how I perform, let's say, on the blockchain. I'm going to be creating content and engaging with people regardless of my rep level. Steem UA started something, and then I think they basically have abandoned it, because I haven't seen anything in their Discord server about improvements or anything. It's a vanity metric. I mean, what you should concern yourself with, and just what Robert says here, is just focus on putting the value. The rep will follow. The rep will go up automatically when you're putting the value out there, and that's what matters. I completely agree, dude. Great question. So here we got, we've got our good friend Eric Burgoyne. So how do you get the larger accounts to notice you? That seems to be the tough part. Using bots to grow your account is one thing, but if you get the attention of larger accounts, you would not need the bots. So this is a really good comment and question. Listen, bots, I'm not this anti-bot person, first of all, because I understand marketing, I understand advertising. If you've got good content, you've got to get noticed. And waiting for Mr. Delegation or Freedom to upvote you, you're going to be waiting forever. So you've got to create your own hype. You got to create your own buzz. And that's what bots, in my opinion, can do. You can actually get good exposure. Now, there's these people that are, ranting and raving about how bots are destroying the blockchain. And listen, if you've got good content will attract good people. That's all I'm saying. So it doesn't matter if you spend $1,700 on a bot upvote or if you spend 17 cents. Good content will attract good people. So personally, this is how I would handle this, Eric. The larger accounts will notice. Well, first of all, don't rely on the larger accounts. They've got their own journey that they're going through. You've got to blaze your own trail, and this is how I think it happens. Showing up every day, consistency is absolutely massive. It's funny. I'm reading this John C. Maxwell book, and one of the quotes he put in it was from Jim Collins, and he said, "The signature of mediocrity is chronic inconsistency." This is why most accounts fail on Steem. They don't put in the work each and every day. What do? They show up for a week or two, they don't get these massive upvotes from the big whales, and they give up. The trick to this, how to get attention, I think, is showing up each and every day. Consistency. That is the way to do it. So how you get noticed, not just by the whales, but the Steem community in general, is showing up every single day. Make the comments. Put value out in the market, create the engagement, communicate with people, show up and talk to people each and every day. You do that, people will notice, not just the larger accounts, but and what I said there, I worry about the everyday Steemian. That's, the right whales will notice you. Like, for example, I've got a couple guys that notice me. So, like, guys like They Call Me Dan, guys like Nathan Mars. These guys are whales on this. I never went out and sought them, and they weren't looking for me either. I just went and showed up each and every day, just like they did. I followed what they were doing. They were showing up every day. They were creating value. I'm just trying to model myself. And you find the right people. I got the right guys following me. I got They Call Me Dan kind of watching what I'm doing. I got Nathan Mars watching what I'm doing and supporting a lot of what I'm doing. Those are the right people. I'm not worried about the people that won't engage. I'm not worried about the people that don't pay attention to everybody else. I'm worried about the right people. So you show up every day, you're consistent, the right people will follow you. And I think that's the best way to handle getting your account noticed on the blockchain. And like you're doing, Eric, I mean, Eric is really, really active these days in comments. So this is what's awesome. You can see guys like Eric, he might not be posting content each and every day, but he's engaging every day. And because of that, he's attracting attention from people. Not only am I upvoting him, but he's getting upvotes from Full-Time Geeks bot service. I mean, this is how you do it. How Eric is doing it is definitely a model, and I think people can learn a lot just by commenting, just by getting out there and commenting each and every day, just like Eric is doing. So, great question. Laurel asked, my question, I want to create an accountability group for reaching goals and supporting each other's efforts. Which DApp would best facilitate this, or maybe Telegram and Discord? So, when I put this is a really good question, and something, I love the idea of battle buddies, accountability partners. Basically, someone you kind of work together and you kind of, give each other high fives and you keep each other accountable. So I love the idea that Laurel's putting there about an accountability group. That's awesome. Communities are coming. And I read it. Exile put a blog post out last week where he's talking about Stratos and the communities that are coming because of Hard Fork 20. It's coming. And this is what's awesome, is that once this stuff starts getting implemented, Laurel, you'll be able to create your own community here. I have to dog deeper. I actually that's a typo. I have to dig deeper. I'll have to dog deeper. Wow, John, really? Anywho, it's out there. The communities are coming, and what's awesome is that you'll be able to create your own group. An accountability group, which is a great idea, I think. And that's what's coming. That's what's so powerful about Steem, is this type of stuff is coming, where communities and niche groups of people are getting together, and that's a great idea. To create an accountability group, a battle buddy group, just people that are supporting each other. I love it. That's a really good idea. But definitely, and I know that you did. I know after you sent this, you said you were looking into some stuff too on Discord. So yeah, definitely pay attention to what's happening with Stratos and the communities, because that's coming very soon. And we're excited. And to end the question and answer for this week, we got Mahir Barat said, I have one suggestion for people who are giving so much effort to grow Steem. You people have to upload your video on YouTube as well. So yeah, what he's saying here is not only upload this video to DTube, but also on YouTube, so it can attract people outside of the Steem blockchain. Really good idea. And I do this. A lot of the videos that I have are private on YouTube because I upload to YouTube. I guess that's where I store my videos. So I keep them on YouTube, but they're private. But then I have them there just in case. Maybe what I suggested there is what he suggested there is to make them visible, and I think that's a really good idea. So it's something I've never shared them on YouTube, but I do have them on YouTube. So all these videos first get uploaded to YouTube, then onto DTube. Yeah, really good suggestion. So yeah, that's definitely something to look at. A big tip for you guys. We see a lot of that happening with Twitter right now. A lot of the Steemians are going out into Twitter to attract attention to Steem. This is a really good idea from Mahir Barat to get onto YouTube and spread the word as well. So really, really good questions. And remember, this is now changed. It's now the road to 300 SP, ladies and gentlemen. We're moving. We're going up. We are not staying still. We are growing. Every week too, I like to put a little tip in here. So last week's tip was to use the dApps every day. There's so much to discover on the blockchain. Be a product of your product. Don't just use YouTube. Use DTube. Don't just use Instagram. Use Epics. Don't just use Reddit. Use Steam it. So be a product of your product and use this stuff, because we have got the best applications on the blockchain, bar none. If you don't believe me, go check out stateofthedapps.com and see who's got all the #1 spots. It's us. Steam. Love you guys. So just going a recap. This is now the road to 300 SP. We're moving on up, man. 300. No more 177. That's so January 2019. We're going to 300 in February here. So also, all questions that are answered are not only upvoted. You might even get an upvote from Magic Dice. I mean, look at that. This is great. Man, this is great. That's fantastic. Way to go. But I will send you also a SBI unit for every question that you ask or comment. It doesn't have to be a question. You just be a comment. You can say, hey, John, you smell like rotten tomatoes. Guess what? You're getting an SBI unit sent to you. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate this. Please let me know if you have any questions. I'd love answering them. I'm always on Discord. I'm always on Steam. I'm always on Twitter. I'm everywhere, man. I'm everywhere. And I hope you guys are too. Look forward to reading your comments, and thank you guys once again for hanging out. I will see you next week. Toodles!